Alright guys, so continuing our Jordan 4 theme of the week, or whatever you want to call it, we have a pair of shoes in hand today that I am a little bit late on, but still nonetheless a pretty new release. These dropped on February the 11th, and they dropped very close to another shoe that we just reviewed, the Jordan 4 Crafts. Without meandering on for too long, these are the Jordan 4 Seafoam Greens right here in the flesh, and we're going to go over the details and do our usual thing. So, these are basically a take on the most OG form of the Jordan 4. These are the exact same color blocking as the Jordan 4 Fire Reds, which are a classic colorway that is now very coveted. When they released, they were bricks, but that is pretty much how the sneaker market goes at this point. These are an olive green color, and they are a pretty neutral tone. So for any of you guys who don't really like loud shoes, this is the one that you want to go for, in my opinion. Jumping into some of the details of the shoe. On the lateral side, you got that classic Jordan 4 look that we know and love. You got the black, like midsole area right there, olive outsole area, and then some white all across the upper of the shoe. The shoe is predominantly white, just with black, olive, and some gray hits, as you can see. So this part right here is also black. The netting is black right here as well. And all the black on the shoe definitely makes it look kind of like a less casual shoe and more of a dressy shoe. In my personal opinion, these could probably be dressed up with like a black pant and an olive suit. That would look pretty sick. On the medial side of the shoe right here, same exact deal. We got the all white upper with the olive and black midsole. Obviously the air bubble on the shoe is just a classic Jordan 4 air bubble that we are all used to. These are going to be pretty stiff on feet, as you might expect from a Jordan 4. On the back of the shoe, we have an olive Jumpman on top of the black background, and unfortunately we don't get the Nike Air on the back of this particular shoe, but it does somewhat make sense because these are not an OG colorway and they're not a collab, so it makes sense that they wouldn't have the Nike Air on the back. They usually like to reserve those for more of the high ticket items. On the front, we're greeted with the white laces, which match the upper of the shoe, and unfortunately we don't have any more lacing options. I think that if you were to style these with olive laces, it would likely look better, in my opinion, because the shoe is kind of bland as it is already. White laces make it a little bit more bland, but we have the olive Jumpman to contrast the upper with a more vibrant color, I guess, if you will. On the outsole of the shoe, we got the olive gray and white going on, with the Jumpman in the center right here on top of the white. Inside, we just got a Jumpman logo right there. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but you gotta take my word for it on that one. As far as quality of materials go, let's switch to the other shoe real quick. Same deal, of course, right there. Just the exact same shoe on both sides. There's no like mismatched element to these, but the quality of the canvas leather on top is actually not terrible, but it's not the best either. Kind of reminiscent of maybe like just a regular Jordan 4. I don't even know how else to describe it. It does feel somewhat plush, to be honest, but not the softest in the world. Definitely not to the point where you might actually feel the shoe digging into your feet. It should be good enough quality to avoid that. As you can see, pretty soft, to be honest. But then as we go to the back of the shoe, it does of course become more structured and stiff, which you can expect from Jordan 4s as a whole, because a lot of the construction is in the back of the shoe which makes it stiff sizing wise. So that is one thing with this shoe. Unfortunately, it only comes in women's sizing, which really brings up the ever ongoing debate about why does Nike do this? Why does Nike make women's only shoes? Because no one really likes it. There's really no point because the fit is exactly the same, but it just cuts people off who are higher than a size 10.5 men's or a size 12 women's from wearing the shoe, which is kind of strange. I don't know why they would really want to do that, because they are only limiting their own sales, but it has been something that they've been doing for a very long time. I doubt that they'll stop now. So if you are a size 10.5 men or lower, you'll have no problem just buying the shoe in the regular size. There's no like sizing inconsistencies on these. Whatever you wear in your regular Jordan 4. Some people do like to go a half size up in their Jordan 4. So if that is you and you are lower than a size 10 man, I guess in this case, then do what you will and grab these in a size half size up. But if you usually don't do that, just don't do that on these. Same exact deal going on there. And as far as pricing predictions go and pricing right now, I actually hit these off of a restock. They were pretty hard to get, honestly, especially in the bigger sizes, being as they are a women's shoe. Women's shoes are always hard to get in the bigger sizes, but I don't really anticipate them dropping anytime soon or going up anytime soon. They'll probably just stay around the 270 range in bigger sizes and the 240 range in smaller sizes. So if you want a pair, I would just bite the bullet now. There's really no reason not to. And with that being said, there isn't that much to say about this shoe besides that it is a classic take on the Jordan 4, very similar to the Fire Red 4s, just with a slightly different color going on. Obviously it's green and not red, but besides that it's the exact same color blocking, so nothing to freak out about. Honestly, a pretty boring shoe, but one that you cannot say is ugly unless you really just hate the color olive or Seafoam. But yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will have a comparison coming up very shortly between these and these right here, this shoe right here, which is one of the most hyped shoes of the year, also Jordan 4 in the Nike SB variation. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, take care, I'll see you all later.